The art of the decoy is the only true American folk art.
The indigenous people were making them out of things like reeds to hunt over, to catch food, but it was basically the settlers that started carving them in wood.
The rest of the world used feathered decoys, real live birds.
This craft slash now art form was born in this country. It's our heritage.
We are at the 41st Annual Easter Decoy and Art Festival here on Chincoteague Island. We have a lot of artists that have been with us from the very beginning, local artists that are just a staple here in Chincoteague. They never sold the original birds, they were their hunting birds. And eventually people started coming here and seeing them and collecting them. And over the years, they refined some of their works to include the more decorative pieces that have become highly sought after. So it's a good opportunity for folks to come and visit with exhibitors and carvers from around the nation, really.
Every block of wood, there's a decoy in it. All you have to do is cut away the part that doesn't look like a duck.
I'm carving a bluebird. I'll get home, I'll finish mining it, put some feathers and stuff onto it, but this is just a rough eye of a bluebird. I've been here working on them all weekend long here. I've got a nice little gaggle of them here I've been working on. So I'll put them all together like a bunch of bluebirds out on a heist or something, Most of my carving is the old way. I use knives, spoke shave, hatchets, shaving horses and stuff like that. I do it all the old traditional way. It just feels better to me when you're hand carving something other than power carving something.
The most simple level, and this goes back to the early decoys, where it's just a smooth bird, we call them smoothies, and it's painted. But then the painting started getting more advanced. So there's this middle level of the smoothies they call slicks. Slicks are like where there's a whole lot of paint detail, but it's still not textured. It's a smooth bird. Then in the textured birds, there's different levels of texturing. There's power tool texturing, which is fast, but not as fine. Then there's the super fine texturing, which is done with a burning tool with like a razor fine edge. Every single barb in every feather is burned. So it's very time consuming, so it has to be a more expensive bird, but that's the closest to reality you're gonna get.
When I started it, I never believed I could do any of it. And after I was into it a little while, I had business cards made, William Vesey wood carver, so it was incumbent on me to become what I said I was. About 10 years in, my publisher visited the Ward Museum, and the executive director recommended me to do contemporary books because I had become the teacher. I like to start people when they're very young because they're more open to learning. Well, I would say the detail would be as close to life as you can get it. That isn't necessarily what makes art. That's what helps make a type of art.
I'm a retired farmer. I started carving as a hobby about 40 years ago. My wife brought me a carving book for Christmas, and I've been to several shows.
You were a farmer, but you obviously are an artist as well.
Well, I try. It's been very good to me. I've made friends.
What is the greatest joy you get out of creating this?
Meeting friends.
Well, it's becoming like a dying art, the decoy carving. It seems like it's not as many young kids involved into it as it used to be. They're more like computer stuff now and everything.
Well, what I'm worried about is not enough young carvers. A lot of the older carvers from years ago are just basically vanishing. They're disappearing, they're dying, and we need young people in carving.
My dad is Bill Vesey, and he's done just tireless, tireless work in the field to bring in young people, keep it alive, and to share this heritage with the next generation and then the next generation.
Congratulations.
Carver of the Year.
Oh, it is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eddie.
Look at what we got for you. Congratulations.
Thank you, hon.
Curtis Merritt Award of Excellence. And here's your ribbon. All right, get some pictures of you.